Imagine if the genius Leonardo da Vinci, painter, scientist, inventor, were alive today, looking at our modern world with fresh eyes. What wonders would he create with our technology? How would he reshape art, science, and even our understanding of the universe? Let's dive into a world where Da Vinci's genius thrives in the 21st century and explore how this Renaissance mind could revolutionize our modern lives. Picture it, Leonardo stepping into a world where we've mapped the stars, split the atom, and created artificial intelligence. He'd probably be astounded by the sheer scope of what's been achieved. But knowing Da Vinci, he wouldn't just be awed, he'd be eager to dive in. Imagine him in a high-tech lab, surrounded by computers, robotics, and complex data. He'd adapt quickly, turning our advanced tools into his canvas and laboratory, blending art and science like never before. First, let's talk about art. In his time, Da Vinci pioneered techniques like sfumato and chiaroscuro, adding depth and realism that made his paintings almost lifelike. Now, imagine Leonardo with digital tools, creating 3D holographic artwork that could immerse viewers completely. With virtual reality and AI, his paintings wouldn't just hang on walls, they'd surround us. Imagine walking into the Mona Lisa's landscape. He could even merge his art with bioengineering, creating living canvases that change over time, blending organic materials with technology to redefine art itself. But Leonardo was more than an artist. He was a scientist obsessed with anatomy, engineering, and physics. If he were here today, he'd have access to tools that would let him explore human anatomy on a cellular level. Imagine him with MRI scans, genetic engineering, and AI models of the human brain. He'd likely push boundaries, asking questions scientists haven't even considered yet. Could he uncover new insights into human health or even find novel treatments for complex diseases? It's entirely possible that Da Vinci would redefine our approach to medicine, developing new methods and techniques that merge biology and technology. Consider how he would tackle physics. During his life, Da Vinci theorized about gravity and forces at a time when scientific equipment was limited to little more than levers and pulleys. Now, with quantum computing and particle physics, imagine the theories he might propose. He'd have a field day exploring black holes, gravitational waves, and the structure of the cosmos. In fact, he might come up with entirely new theories that change the way we think about the universe, something even Einstein never considered. Leonardo was the kind of thinker who didn't just ask how, but why. Today, he'd have the means to actually pursue those questions and push science into uncharted territories. And let's not forget his fascination with flight. In the Renaissance, Da Vinci was captivated by the idea of human flight. He designed flying machines, though the technology didn't exist for him to make them work. Imagine him now, with access to drones, aerospace technology, and even plans for Mars exploration. He'd be designing spacecrafts and flying machines that not only defy gravity, but could potentially travel to other planets. Maybe he'd even collaborate with agencies like NASA or SpaceX, leading teams to reimagine interstellar travel. The 21st century isn't just about advancements in science and technology, it's also about connectivity. Da Vinci, a natural collaborator, would thrive in this networked world. Imagine him exchanging ideas with today's top minds, Elon Musk, neuroscientists, and physicists alike. He'd bridge disciplines in ways that modern specialists often can't, connecting the dots between art, physics, biology, and engineering. Imagine him creating a worldwide think tank, a Renaissance 2.0, where people from all fields collaborate on projects that fuse art and science to solve humanity's biggest challenges. And what about artificial intelligence? Leonardo's sketchbooks are full of anatomical studies, diagrams, and machines he designed in painstaking detail. Imagine him programming AI systems to model his theories, to explore new designs for everything from buildings to intricate machinery. Perhaps he had even designed autonomous systems that could help with climate change or develop advanced AI that learns creativity, teaching machines to think outside the box the way he did. Then there's his curiosity about the natural world. In the 15th century, he was a pioneer in observing and documenting the flow of water, the shapes of leaves, and the anatomy of animals. Today, he'd have access to environmental technology, tracking systems, and satellite imagery. He'd likely be at the forefront of environmental conservation, creating sustainable designs that draw on nature itself. Imagine him helping to invent self-sustaining buildings or ecosystems that could address climate change, buildings that adjust with the seasons, or cities that blend seamlessly into their natural environments. Even the tools he used to communicate, pen and ink, would evolve. Leonardo's notes would no longer be bound to paper. With digital design software, virtual labs, and worldwide communication, his ideas could spread instantly, collaborating with people across the globe in real time. Imagine an open-source platform where Leonardo publishes his sketches and theories, inviting others to build on them, creating a network of innovation and creativity across the world. And finally, consider his insatiable curiosity, the very core of his genius. If Leonardo da Vinci were alive today, he wouldn't be limited by the constraints of his time. With today's resources, he'd challenge the boundaries of art, science, and technology in ways we can barely imagine. He'd leave us not just masterpieces, but a blueprint for the future, one that merges beauty with function, art with science, and creativity with logic. So, what would our world look like with a Renaissance genius among us? How might he shape the next evolution of humanity? In a world increasingly dominated by specialization, Da Vinci would remind us of the power of curiosity and the potential that comes when we refuse to be limited by a single discipline. If this journey into what-if scenarios sparks your curiosity, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations into history's greatest minds and how they could shape our future. Thanks for watching, and keep imagining.